Before doing that, let me thank Dee and Mimi and Jenny and Charlie for hosting this fair. Thanks to all who traveled from near and far. As we anticipate Bethany and Willie becoming man and wife, I think it's good to recall some of the things that you bring to this union. Now, I can't speak with any great authority on the characteristics Willie brings, but I'm sure you got that covered. But as a parent of one, Lavina and I can remember a few adventurous traits that Bethany has, which I'm sure will manifest itself throughout your married life. There will be surprises, Willie. As a small child, we once found Bethany in the bathroom covered from head to foot with toothpaste. As a 9-year-old, she came to us and said, "Can I go to the first communion of one of my friends? It's in Frankfurt." Well, now we're in Frankfurt. Closes the loop. But then she looks and says, no, Dad, you've got it all wrong. It's Frankfurt, Germany. She went. As a college sophomore, she once called and gave this long, rambling description of, well, maybe I'll be a history major. Maybe I'll be a political science major. If I could be an English major. But if I were a political science major, well, I could go to law school, but I don't want to be a lawyer. Well, you see how that worked out, Willie. There will be embarrassments. Bethany had several traits as a youngster of trying to speak with a British accent. And she would go around and convince people that she just got back from London, where she really was in great shape. It worked very well until she ran into some Brits. The other one I remember, as though it were yesterday, was sitting in the Louisville airport, Bethany being about, middle school age maybe. It would have been during the O.J. Simpson trial. I believe it may have been picking up my sister, but I can't remember. I'm not sure if that was correct. And she and I are, so being pre-9/11, we were weren't at the gate. We were sitting next to the place where people would disembark from the plane. So we were sitting with a large group. It's a large group. It gets suddenly quiet. And Bethany sits there and says, "I wish my mother would get back soon. I'm tired of her spending all of her time on the West Coast at that O.J. Simpson trial."
They're made for each other.
So there may be embarrassments. There may be some disappointments and sadness. We've mentioned, Bethany or Natalie or Jennifer mentioned burial services for the birds. I remember the demise of our last cat, Delia. I was out of town, Lavina was off, had some other obligation, and it became the duty of the kids to put down the poor cat and take care of what needed to be taken care of. When Lavina returned, Bethany had rallied her sisters, all dressed in proper funereal garb, at the prepared burial site in the back of the garden for a funeral service. Bethany, with great solemnity, was playing taps on the violin. A sad Monty Python moment.
That was like last year.
It wasn't very long ago. It wasn't last year, but other passings are remembered with sadness. A fairly nice Honda bit the dust during high school. More recently, there was an ancient Volvo and an East Kentucky deer that suffered a similar fate. Maybe this is prophetic, because in between these two events, the old family Suburban hit, that was Willie's deal. But anyway, we wish you that all the surprises be pleasant, all the embarrassments amusing, the disappointments few, and the joys be many as Willie and Bethany start their married life.